Someone else who understands the confusion that patients and carers experience is our next speaker, Mal Brough, Special Minister of State and Minister for Defence Materiel. 18 months ago, we worked closely with the Minister to help a family in his area. Their 7-year-old son had terminal brain cancer and needed significant money for treatment. The Minister was wonderful in providing care and guidance to the family as they tried to navigate their options. If anyone in this place understands the need for CAN.recall, it's him. Please welcome Mal Brough.
Well, thanks very much for those lovely words, Kate, and to Ken, congratulations on your appointment, and it's great to have you here today, probably in your first official capacity in this Parliament to actually launch this very significant application. And also to Richard, I mean, a bit of a double-edged sword in some regards. I wish I didn't know you two, because it was such a sad thing, but at the same time it was also inspirational to see two people who go by this great title of, you know, Rare Cancers Australia, and it's the two of you, and it's your drive and it's your passion, it's your belief and it's your commitment that actually does change lives. And they're not easy words, they are followed up by actions, and I just want you all to know that. The story that Kate relates to is, it's just that. It wasn't the diagnosis. I'll just quickly share it with you. The mum and dad were sitting in my office, and here's the rub of it, the young girl out the back now from my staff who's dealing with the young boy who subsequently has passed away. Her husband now has inoperable cancer. And so it's amazing how life turns. But I'm sitting there with them, and they had 3 options for an operation. One, this is a Thursday at 3 o'clock. One was Monday, one was Wednesday, and one was 22nd of July last year. The 22nd of July, I knew, meant that the young boy would not live that long. So I had this conversation with them, and it went, so there are 3 options, and option 1 is the 22nd of July. I'm no expert in this field, but having this conversation with someone is not easy, and I didn't know what response I would get. And the mother shook her head and went, no, no, no. And I thought, well, why is she saying no? We better make sure that I don't just presume here. And she did understand that her son would not last to the 22nd of July, so I thought, well, 1 tick in the box. The second option was the Wednesday, and the Wednesday meant that the surgeon was going to be away and on the Thursday wouldn't be able to do post-operative care, so he wouldn't do it on the Wednesday. So all of us sitting here in a rational thought, well, that's out of the way, so it's Monday. So having gone through all of this, and they sort of worked that out, and it was Monday. They said, okay, well, we better go home and have a think about this. I went, perhaps we should just start again. And it was exactly what you just saw there, is that the facts were staring them in the face, but the comprehension just wasn't there. Now, if you go back to when the advice was provided to that family and to the families that you all know, it's disbelief. And to be able to have this application, to be able to go back and to understand the questions, to review the information and to have it sink in is a critical road on that path, wherever that path may lead to, because information is power. And unfortunately, we do focus on things which seem so perverse and so irrelevant and not on the things that really matter, but later on we need it. And to have that experience was sobering in the extreme. And to know how that family dealt with it and that lived experience is something that I can only say that what you have developed here will again improve not only people's chances of getting the right answers, but being able to deal with very complex questions. So I just want to publicly thank the two of you. You've been up in my electorate again recently, and again, I wish you weren't coming. But it was an exceptional night, and here was a family whose wife was basically putting together a calendar of local women and to raise a lot of money for rare cancers, but as much of what it was doing was giving her something to focus on, something to drive her attention to, because there are other issues in her life, her husband's life, that were way beyond her control. And I think most of you in this room will appreciate it. Though, on behalf of my whole community up there, I just want to thank both you and Richard for what you do. It's an absolute privilege to know you both, and it's a privilege to be here today and see you again changing lives for the better. Congratulations.